Welcome once again to another edition of Shelf Life Book Reviews Online. Thank you as always for taking the time to watch my videos, which hopefully you do find informative. And when you go to your local bookstore seeking out new and exciting books, the book I'm about to review for you will be one you will very seriously consider. Now, first of all, I'm going to make an apology that my background here, every time it's the same thing, it's boring, I know. I don't have a laptop that I can move from room to room, so I just have a desktop, so it's kind of hard to pick it up and take it somewhere else. So I'm sorry about this. It's my bedroom here. That's where I have my computer. So anyways, that's my apology. Now, to the book, and this is a great one. It's called Tell Me Everything by Minka Kelly. It's published by Henry Holt and Company, and it retails for $38.99. Before I read this book, I was really not familiar with Minka Kelly. She had been one of the stars of a hit NBC series, Friday Night Lights, where I guess she played a cheerleader, and she was very popular there. And she was also in another NBC television series called Parenthood, and she has done movies as well. Now, once I have read the book, I definitely am impressed by the lady's writing style and what she has had to go through, because it has definitely not been an easy life. Her mother's name was Maureen. The mother was a stripper, a lingerie model, and most important, well, not important, but most unfortunate, she was a drug addict. So Minka grew up in sort of a dysfunctional type of home. Her father was semi-famous, Rick Dufay, a guitarist in the band Aerosmith, which I was not familiar with him. And so I guess I've learned a lot of things in this book. Now, he was a father to her at times, and other times he was very absent. Now, Maureen as well, too. She never wanted to settle down. She went from place to place to place. She went to a lot of friends' houses, and she crashed with Minka, very young Minka, in their house. So Minka didn't have a lot of stability growing up. When she finally got to another new school, the kids taunted her as the new girl, and they taunted her with things like Minka Stinka. And so it wasn't an easy life for this young child. And at one point, her mother got a contract to be a lingerie model and to have a big photo session or something. She was only supposed to be gone for like 2 months, and so she made arrangements that Minka would go with, friends that she knew. She thought they were reliable, and when she got there, the people put up with her for a while, and then they said, "You got to go somewhere else." So she had to seek out another friend of her mother's. And one particular place that she got to, there were two young sisters. And this one older sister was really, really mean to Minka. She wanted to fight her all the time. She slapped her around. She even slapped her younger sister around, too. So it was not a very, pleasant place to have to live. So she really wanted to get out of there as fast as she could. Well, her mother finally returned about a year later, and her mother was all gung-ho about it, but Minka, in the meantime, really, like I said, had no stability. She made a few friends that she wanted to feel attached to someone or something. And then her mother had a boyfriend. I don't know if you'd call him a boyfriend. His name was David. And he was very abusive to Maureen and to Minka. He slapped them around. On any particular whim, he could find something at fault that they did, and so they would get the back of his hand. There were bruises, and it really was not a pleasant situation. So finally, Maureen and Minka got away from this, well, I'll call him a jerk. I could call him something else. But it was not pleasant at all. So as the story goes, Minka and her mother Maureen had a massive falling out from all the time she left her. Like she left her once at school, she didn't pick her up, and so the police had to come and they took her to the police station because nobody came to get her. So it was not like I said, it was not a good life. And Minka at one time, just to fit in, got in with a bad crowd that was into different, criminal activities. So it was, well, at times the book is very difficult, to read, because as a young child that just went through so much, like, talk about the school of hard knocks. She faced everything for much of her life. Now, when she got older, she took a course to be a scrub nurse at a hospital. And so she succeeded at that, but she always wanted to get into acting. So Friday Night Lights came along, she auditioned, and she got the part. Now, in the meantime, Minka and her mother had a massive falling out as well, too, where Minka said to Maureen, her mother, "I never want to see you again." And, Maureen was, "Oh, come on." And then, Minka said, "No, you're out of here." So they were estranged for quite some time. They did not have contact. And then when Minka was filming Friday Night Lights, her mother came back and said that she had inoperable cancer and she had less than 2 years to live. Well, it sort of softened the rift between the two of them. And so they became closer. And as Maureen became sicker with the cancer spreading through her body, they really bonded as a mother and daughter should have, maybe many years ago, if the circumstances had been different. And she talks about Maureen's final hours, her final seconds, when she was dying, when they went to the hospital, and she watched her mother die. She got up close to her as her mother took her last breath. Now, Rick, the father, came back, and they sort of made up as well too. So, but in the meantime, David, who was the miserable SOB, when Minka was 17, he had a sex tape made of her. Now, that was underage, so that was essentially kiddie porn. So he basically said that he destroyed the copies, but he didn't. And but he came and he wanted to make a deal where he got, I don't know, I think it was $50,000 or something like that, for to destroy or to give her lawyer all the tapes. So he lied, that the tapes were destroyed. Well, no, he kept them, and he made money from them. So this is, the book is really, she writes from the heart. She bears her soul. She bears everything, and by the end of this book, you definitely have an amazing respect for Minka Kelly. Like I said, she is reportedly a great actress. I've never seen any role that she's done, but in this book is the role of a lifetime. So if you're looking for a book that will rivet you and grip you and move you from first page to last, Tell Me Everything is a book that you should definitely add to your collection. So let me know if you agree with my review. So thank you for watching. Until we meet again, stay safe, stay sane, stay in touch, and I will see you at the bookstore. Thank you again. Bye for now.